Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to install a tucked hybrid racing fuel line onto your RSX. Okay, so what you're going to need for this is this. You're going to need a tucked fuel line. You're going to need this 6AN fitting that Hybrid Racing provides in this cut-proof packaging. Golly. So you're going to need that guy right there. Comes with the O-ring on it. Literally, they really just hand and give you this. Like, it's such a simple thing to do. And this is just such a nice, high-quality line. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, it is just absolutely beautiful. Like, I love it. It's awesome. So it's pretty straightforward. All you got to do, this attaches to your factory line. Obviously, this can come off, though, so that way you can run just a different fuel line altogether. So what we're going to do for this, since I do not have a aluminum wrench for this, I do not want to mess the lines up because the black looks super good. I'm going to take some masking tape and tape my adjustable wrench so that way it does not damage the fittings. Just like that. Do the same on this side. Just like that. And there you go. You still have your adjustability, but you're not going to tear anything up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect our old factory fuel line. You're going to need a small flathead screwdriver, something like this. And I've got like 18 pounds of pressure on here right now. That's okay. I am going to get some paper towels real quick because it will leak just a hair, but not a whole heck of a lot. See, it didn't even, well, okay, a little bit came out, but not enough to shake a stick at. Now we're down to 0 fuel pressure. And that nice premium gas smells amazing. This part of the fuel line has probably never, ever been taken off. So it may try to fight you a bit. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take off the intake manifold because that would probably make our lives a lot easier. Not the intake manifold, just the cold air intake here, or the hot air intake, as I like to call it. I truthfully really want to get rid of this thing. I'm not a fan of it at all. And here's this plug that I always forget to plug in. Okay, now that you have that piece of removed, let's see if this is a little bit easier. There we go. So now let's pull the whole fuel line through here. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. We can get to this part so much simpler now. There we go. Oh, nice. Very nice. Factory fuel line out. Gas all over my hands, that's okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm getting blood blisters and all kinds of stuff all over me. This is a good night. All right, so next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to unclip this part, factory part. Probably never been unclipped before. Let's see. Oh, and we can just put it in this hole. That's where it belongs. You just gotta believe. We're going to go ahead and route this thing where it needs to go. And so this is gonna have to go, yeah, I think we can figure that out. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, I think. Because that's too, How are we gonna do this? Well, it's not quite a 17. Oh, come on, Hybrid, really? Okay, that's, in my opinion, that's a hideous oversight. I wouldn't have made these two the same exact size. That's kind of stupid, if you ask me. And the reason is that means you got to have 2 of the exact same size wrenches. And, you know, some people may not have that. They just may not. You never know. You don't freaking know someone's situation, man. That seems to be like a crimp-on style, so we don't have to worry about tightening that down. All right, so here's what we're gonna do since that is the case. I'm gonna use the vise. Didn't wanna have to use the vise, but we don't really have a choice. That'll work. least I hope it will. And that should be plenty tight. Should not have to go any tighter than that ever again until we change up the fuel system, which we will have to do eventually. Pretty sure Fast 5 is just on repeat. What you guys say we go ahead and pop this stupid blood blister? What do you guys say? Is that a good idea? Ah, yes. Injuries in the garage. Always fun. All right, let's get this out of the way. We're just gonna remove this from the scenario. I normally keep stuff like that, but not in this situation. The rest of this is pretty straightforward. This right here acts as a clamp from the factory line. So it goes on here like this. Then this line has an O-ring in it from factory. So this slides in here like that. And then you tighten this up. And that is what creates the seal. Really, really simple procedure here. And this doesn't have to be super tight. I wouldn't call it an interference fit. It's already really secure as it sits. I'm just gonna grip this with my hand really tight and do that. And I literally can't get it any tighter. I'd have to have a wrench to get it tighter, and it's not necessary. So now that that's all said and done, like I can't even rotate it. So that looks, God, that looks so cool. Okay, you guys, there's a few things that I need to mention to you guys because I was not aware that this had to be done. To be honest, full disclosure, I thought that this is where you hooked up the tuck fuel line. You can hook it up right here, but you're gonna have a lot of excess left over. I didn't want that. So what you really need to do is, it's gonna be terribly hard to see. Under here, you guys are gonna be able to hopefully see that stud right there. You need to take the nut off of that stud, and also you need to take the nut off of that stud to get this black bracket off. Once you have that bracket off, you will be able to disconnect this rubber fuel line completely from the rest of the system. So I had to get the first nut off using this setup right here, which was actually pretty simple. Wasn't too bad at all. But the second nut has been giving me a lot of issues trying to get it off successfully. This other nut off. There we go, there's both of them. And hopefully this bracket should come the rest of the way off. There we go. Here's that bracket. Don't know if I'm going to be putting that back on. So we should be able to just squeeze these guys and pull this right off. It's probably going to give us just as much trouble as the last one did. There we are. Once again, got fuel everywhere. You guys want to end up with 2 rubber fuel lines here. And I just put a little vacuum cap on this one to keep fuel from going everywhere. Is it warm out here? Are y'all feeling a little bit warm? Or is that just me? Like I showed you guys earlier, we're gonna take this guy, hook it back up. And I actually kind of jumped the gun on you guys a little bit. I actually swapped the fitting over to the 90-degree bend. So that way, because that's how this is designed to be ran. So we just gotta pull off this factory clip like we did last time. That thing's been buried in the back of the car for years, man. Pop that back in there. Nothing wrong with these lines. I'm gonna keep them, hang on to them, save them for a rainy day. Gonna get this thing slid on. Gonna come up under this line right here. We're gonna slide this on just like we did before. We're going to tighten this down. And just like before, shouldn't have to go too much tighter than where we are right now. Okay. This is being tightened. All right, you guys, I think that's everything. I got the tucked fuel line tightened up into that fitting. I've got it going under the RBC. Then I've got the fuel line coming up past the throttle body, going back up past the cam sensors through where the factory line goes. And then I've got it connected back over here to the metal line coming from the fuel tank. So I think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime it a couple times and make sure there are no leaks. Yeah. Okay. I don't hear anything so far. Nothing coming from back there. Nothing coming from any other part of the rail. Nothing coming from there either. And we've got about 48 pounds of fuel pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook this back up simply because my car will throw a check engine light if I don't hook this back up. Gotta do something about this intake. Gotta do something about a lot of parts of this car. I think my problem with this intake, or this cold air intake, is that it's made for an RSX and not for a Civic, and the RBC manifold throws off the geometry of it. So I think we're gonna do something about that in the near future. Let's go ahead and we're gonna start the car. I'm gonna make sure I don't have a check engine light real quick though. Thank you, K-Pro. We're gonna open up the garage door before we start this bad boy. There we go. DTCs, clear that. Here we go. Okay, you guys, that is it. So that is the install of the Hybrid Racing tucked fuel line. I love it. I really think it adds a lot to the car, and it just makes everything that much cleaner. And like in my previous video, I really enjoy the shifter bushings, all the stuff that we did to the shifter, the mounting brackets, the plastic bushings for the shifter rods, all of it. I really do enjoy it. I've got a couple other things I'm getting ready to do to the car, obviously, but I think it's getting there. I really am starting to become extremely proud of the car. And you have moments like that, you know, like one really proud moment I had with this car that I never filmed for you guys because this was years ago. This is before I even, you know, really did car stuff on this channel, is when I put these NRG hood struts on the car. I just thought that just really set the car apart from, you know, other people. Cause, you know, at the meets, you know, it's really cool when you pop your hood at the meet to just be able to do that and walk away. Like it's just, plus working on the car and not having the hood prop, you know, propped up over here or wherever else. I think there's another spot you can actually put it, or at least I used to put it somewhere else. There's a spot, yeah, there's a spot right here, and then there's another spot right here where you can really get this thing up higher. It's kind of locked in this position, but this is a good height. And yeah, you know, I could talk about it all night long. I'm really proud of how far the car has come in, you know, the years that I've had it. I'm not going to say in a short period of time, because it definitely has not been short. But I'm really stoked. And I just, you know, I really have enjoyed getting all the hybrid racing stuff that I've wanted to install on this car. So I really think Hybrid Racing goes above and beyond, and they really do care about their customers and their products. And I really enjoy their stuff that they make. Like the stuff that they do it just makes sense to me. It's always super high quality. And we sure have installed a whole bunch of stuff from Hybrid today, yesterday. There we go. Okay, you guys, I'm going to finish cleaning up. I really don't know what else there is to say, but I love it. I love it. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. It's really not a difficult job to tackle. The hardest part of the job is getting this bracket off. But once you're able to reach back there and figure out where the screws are, there's a screw here and a screw here. Actually, that's a lie. They're both nuts, and there's a stud coming through the wall. But if you can get this one loosened up all the way, which it's super easy to get to this one, and then reach down and get this one out and then just pry this thing out. I'm not gonna put it back in. And you should, like I said earlier, you should end up with both of these guys. And they end up coming together like this. So from the front to the back, this is how these two guys connect. So get these two guys out. I'm just gonna do that right there and do that right there. Perfect. So now these are the two fuel lines. This is how they're hooked up together, and this is how they hook up in the car. So not gonna get rid of these. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm just gonna hang on to them. And you know, maybe someone might need one day, or maybe I might need it one day if I'm, you know, in a pinch or whatever. So I'm really tired, you guys. I'm really exhausted. It's 11:47 at night, so I'm pretty wore out. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this video helped you out. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Share the videos with your friends, your family, and your dog. And as always, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day.
Everything I used to dream being real right now. If it wasn't working, I'ma work it out, yeah. I keep on going till the lights go down, yeah. Till the lights go. Everybody wanna make millions, but not everybody been working. Everybody know they got brilliance, but not everybody been searching. Everybody rap about money and hoes, but they got neither. Everybody knows, always been keeping it real. Every time that I spit in the flow, I've been going to get it, they not gon' forget it. I've been going up, they been staying afloat. My music been personal, telling my stories. I'm telling the truth and my life been exposed. Talking to fans that we in it together. I'm never gon' turn even under the pressure. I'm keeping it true to myself. Don't matter to me if the curtains are open or closed. Everything I wanted, I got it.